Okay, and let's start today's class. Today's topic is semiconductor industry, and we are going to talk about Science Park and National Applied Research Lab. These two topics. We mentioned Science Park. Yeah, how many Science Park in Taiwan? I remember I asked you this question before. Four? Or more? Any more? Four? Officially, 4 to 5. But there are some small Science Park near, like Hsinchu Science Park or Taichung or Central Taiwan Science Park. Okay, we will see later on. Okay, so what's an IC? IC is integrate circuit. Integrate circuit. Where you can find an integrate circuit? Yep.
Everywhere, for instance.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah, you can find everywhere in electronics. Yeah, how many IC in your computer? How many? Can you tell? Too many. Yeah, over here, I'm going to show you the fundamental element for IC. It's we call a silicon wafer. Have you seen silicon wafer before? Yeah, you are in electronics in engineering, right? Yeah, no problem. So any other student saw wafer before? No? Yeah, you can see it today. Yeah, show this. Yeah, over here is we have 3 wafer. Paste. We have 3 wafer. Smaller one is a 4-inch wafer. Yeah, it's okay. it's not a brand new one, so it's okay. Otherwise, you are going to pay $500 or $1,000. It's okay. It's after-used, so it's okay. So it's a kind of sample. It's not. We are not going to use this wafer to make this component anymore. So, yeah, the larger one is a 6-inch wafer, and the smaller one is a 4-inch wafer. Yeah, we can see the next slide first. Around 40 years ago, 1970 roughly, the people began to use wafer to make IC circuit and make some chips. Originally they used 3-inch wafer. 3-inch about roughly about 8 centimeter in diameter. Smaller than the smaller one you have is a 4-inch wafer. Then after that we have a 4-inch wafer. Around 1980, people started use 6-inch wafer. 1980, so the larger one was used. We started use 6-inch wafer to make the chips. And then around 10 years later, roughly, we use 8-inch. Then around 10 years ago, people start to use 12-inch wafer. So, and right now, more and more company, they try to use a 60-inch wafer. But very expensive. So what's the price for 4-inch wafer? Maybe a couple of hundreds, or 200-300 for 4-inch wafer right now. And a 6-inch wafer maybe around $1,000. Why we are using the larger one? Did you see some component, some like a chip we are going to make on the surface of the 4-inch and 6-inch wafer? Did you see that? Did you open it up and see the wafer surface? Yeah, something. Yeah, something on the surface. Yeah. So, did you notice how many something? How many something? Or how many small chip? Actually, we can make a chip from a smaller one. Yeah, for 4-inch wafer. Yeah, maybe 100. So that suppose this one is a wafer. You can have 100 component on one like a 6-inch wafer. Then for 12-inch wafer, you can make the horizontal size. 12-inch wafer is how many times larger of a 6-inch wafer? Twice? The area?
4 times.
Yeah, 4 times, right? Yeah. The diameter, 6-inch means a diameter. Our diameter is a 6-inch. And this one is a 12-inch. The area is a 4 times. Yeah. The diameter is twice. We increase to 2 times. Then the area increase 4 times. So suppose you can have 100 component on a 6-inch wafer. Then you can have 100. You can have 400 on a 12-inch wafer. That means you can make more chip or more component by using a larger wafer. And actually, it's not only 4 times. It's actually 10 times or even more. So what's the original material the wafer made of? What kind of material we can make a wafer? It's a silicon wafer. Silicon. It's a kind of a semiconductor. What material we use to make a wafer? Yeah.
Silicium.
Say again?
Silicium.
No, actually it's sand. We go to beach, a lot of sand. It's actually the material come from it's free, but we need a lot of processing and a very expensive process. So we can make a wafer. So if you can go to website or you can ask some people in electrical engineering how they make a wafer. There are some company. You can see a tube. I don't know if maybe we can see from the movie or from a different movie. You can see some tube like this, like a 12-inch in diameter and maybe 1 meter in length or 2 meter, like a crystal. Then you can do a grinding and cut into pieces, and you should do some cleaning and etc. To have a piece by piece wafer. Okay, so from wafer, from the beginning, then we need processing equipment, some very expensive IC manufacturer machinery. and we need some processing technology. So we can make a lot of chips, or different kind of chips, or thousands, or millions actually. Then later that, what we can use, what we can do from the wafer. We can do some data storage, like to make some memory chip, DRAM, SRAM, etc. And some calculation computer for control and communication, for smartphone and clock or MP3 player, navigation, remote sensing or defense, or many electronics inside, like this tank or fighter. Right now we need a lot of electronics inside, like this tank or fighter or battleship. Okay, so when we want to have some specific function of a computer chip, or like for amplifier, or like for communication, the first thing is you should have a design, or we call it IC design. There are many IC design company in Taiwan. And then after that, then you have a design first, then you send the design and ask like a company to fabricate IC, integrated circuit. Then after that, maybe by using one 12-inch wafer, you make 1,000 components. Then you should cut from a big wafer, from a 12-inch wafer, you cut small piece, like the one on the surface of a 4-inch wafer. Then you should do some packaging and testing. There are many companies like for design and sale. This company in Taiwan or international company, or fabrication, TSMC, and this company packaging, ASE or SPIL. These two are biggest, top two biggest company in Taiwan for packaging and testing. Okay, so over here, in 2007, about 4 years ago, top 10 Taiwan semiconductor companies. The first one is TSMC. We are going to see it next week. They have more than 10 building, huge building in Hsinchu Science Park, TSMC. And the second one is UMC, another company. For these two companies for fabrication, IC fabrication company. IC fabrication, OEM. What's OEM? And another different terminology, ODM. You can check. OEM and ODM. These two are different terms. And SE and the fourth one, SE for packaging, PWC in Chinese, Lijing. This company making memory chip, DRAM or SRAM. And the fifth company, Medium Tech, in Chinese, Lianfake. This company is doing IC design. And SPIL for packaging, and then 3 company for memory, then 10 company for IC design. These are top 10 company in 2007. But right now, any change? Do you expect any change? Some company move in and some company move out. Actually, for memory, they are losing money these few years. Like number 4 and 7, 8, 9. This company are losing money. This especially last year and this year.
One question.
Yeah.
How can it be that 3 or 4 memory categories are losing a lot of growth rate and one is like 12% plus?
This one? Yeah, this one increase. Yeah, that depends. Yeah, I don't know how they increase the revenue, but actually they don't make too much money. Such as if you quote original cost 1 million, you can sell it by 1.2 million. You have 20% profit. But as you know, the memory chip, the price of the memory chip goes down very fast. So even have the sale value increase, but actually you are losing money. And the data was in 2007, 4 years ago. Actually, you can go to a stock market. The price for these few company, the very low, like this one. Let me see. Lijing, number 4, maybe $3-4 a share. But you know how much for one share for MediaTek? 300, more than 300. It's 100 times. 100 times the price for one share of stock is for MediaTek is 100 times of number 4 this company. The highest value in Taiwan is HTC. Now around $700 a share. Very very expensive. Actually, not one share, 1,000 share. One share is $700, but you cannot buy one share. You should buy 1,000 share. So that means 700 by 1,000. When you buy stock, you need to pay $700,000. And for 1,000 share for PwC, you just need 3,000 NT dollars. Okay. Okay, let's talk about science parks in Taiwan. Actually, in Taiwan we have the first one, Hsinchu Science Park, was built and started to operate around 1980. Then the government built our Southern Taiwan Science Park. Then Taichung, Central Taiwan, Taichung Science Park. And last 4-5 years in Taipei, like Langang and Meihu, we have a biotechnology plaza and Langang software science park. One is for actually built for biotech and another one for software. But just like Hsinchu Science Park, the main science park is located in Hsinchu. We are going to visit next week. But actually in southern Taiwan, southern Hsinchu, there are like Zhulan or Miaoli, around here, maybe 20 or 40, between 20 to 40 kilometers away. Zhulan and Miaoli Science Park, a smaller one. Okay. So why Taiwan want to have a science park? Anybody know about Silicon Valley in San Jose, right? California. Everybody know? Right? Did you visit? Anybody live in San Jose? You? No? Yeah, I have my father-in-law. He had a job in San Jose, and he's working in San Jose for one company. And many company, actually Taiwan, in the United States, they have a San Jose, and it's a from a group or cluster for high-tech company, like many years ago, like Intel, or like Apple Computer, right now Apple, and Microsoft, and IBM. They all have company or factory in San Jose of San Francisco, very close to San Francisco. So actually, Taiwan want to have a high-tech cluster area to have some high-tech company. So Taiwan start to build Hsinchu Science Park, 1977 around, and after 2-3 years, we have Hsinchu Science Park in around 1980. So the purpose of Science Park is to introduce high-tech industry and to attract talents to Taiwan. Originally, many people, we have many people come from United States, like Mr. Zhang, chairman of board of TSMC, Zhang Zhongmo, and also UMC, Cao, Mr. Cao, all come back from United States. Okay, so and provide upgrade of Taiwan industry to upgrade Taiwan's like from a very conventional or agriculture or industry or like clothing or something like that. And the balance regional development. Why they don't build Hsinchu a science park around Taipei? 30 years ago, Hsinchu is a rural area, not too many people, but it's not too far away from Taipei. Taipei is still a capital of Taiwan. We have a lot of business activity around Taipei City, but we don't. Taiwan want to have a new industry area, but not too far away, around a 1 hour driving distance. And to have economy development, actually make a lot of difference when Taiwan have Hsinchu Science Park. Okay, 3 major science park. As I said, Hsinchu mainly focus on semiconductor, and the Central Taiwan focus on aviation, precision machinery, and optoelectronics. And Southern Taiwan, Tainan Science Park, the second one, focus on optoelectronics, like Qimei, and many other smaller company. Actually more than 100. We can see the number later. They are doing like a LCD display or LCD TV. Okay, so the first Hsinchu Science Park was established in 1980, and last year more than 430 companies, high-tech company, and they are doing some expansion because there's no space to have more company move in. Still, many companies want to move in. They want to apply their file application, but Hsinchu Science Park say we don't have space. So please go to some other place. So they have another small one in Zhunan, around 20-30 kilometers away from Hsinchu Science Park. In Hsinchu Science Park, there are also there is one administration office, and they are doing some research. Actually, there are some research activity by government and by companies. Okay, so over here, let's see. Maybe you can see a detail when you get the slide. So sales of Hsinchu Science Park from 1998 up to 2007, around 10 years. So we can see integrated circuit, what's the percentage? In 1998, around 50%, around half of the revenue come from integrated circuit. Then not much difference. 50, 55, 61. Yeah, around 2000 in the year of 2000. Then goes down, then goes up 62.5%. Then right now around 50%. I believe around half. And they see a computer and the peripheral. What's a peripheral? Keyboard and the case, computer and desktop computer. Over here, the computer means desktop. Right now, the computer, more and more people using move to a notebook PC, right? Desktop PC. So desktop computer, the number of desktop computer goes down. So we can see, and also keyboard, maybe the computer case, or like a mouse, etc. From 1998, from 35%, then go to 30%, 22%, then 2002, 15%, then 2005, 7%, then 2007, 4.3%. The percentage of computer and peripheral goes down a lot. And right now, I think more and more people use a laptop computer. Then let's go to another category, telecommunication. Roughly 5%, 2%, 3%. Optoelectronics. Let's see. There's one company, AUO, in Hsinchu Science Park. So they are making more and more LCD and LCD TV. So optoelectronics, the percentage from 6.5%, 7.9, 9.5, 11.6, 13.9, 18.2. Then I think right now maybe around 40%, more than 40%. So it's very interesting to see the percentage of computer and related from 35%, then decrease to 4.9%, and the optoelectronics from 5% increase to 40%. And there are some R&D center in Hsinchu Science Park. Several operate and management by government. There are six national laboratory in Hsinchu Science Park. Like the first one, National Center for High Performance Computing. They have very fancy, very fast supercomputer and the computer facility. Anybody know